Morning cheesecakes. As you can see, I am not in America anymore. I am here in the very sunny north of England, or up north as we call it. And I'm here at Diesel Pump UK, which is one of the most reputable Mercedes turbo diesel tuners here in England and in Europe, and soon America as well. Reason being, Luke, the owner, is the guy who is in charge of making my new Mercedes turbo diesel track car the beast that I want it to be. And so today I'm here to A, have a look at the shop, B, go out for a drive in some of the different Mercedes turbo diesels he has built right now, and C, 3, I forget if I was doing numbers or letters, whichever it is. Lastly, figure out the tuning package for the Mercedes. So we've got all the cars lined up. We've got an old wagon here, we've got a G-Wagon, but I think this might be the first one that I actually like. And then we've got a newer saloon. So we've got a real good collection of cars that we're gonna take out for a little drive, go hoon them around, come back, have a look at the shop, and then I think probably go do some donuts. So this is gonna be a fun one. I guess this is a great opportunity to introduce you to all of the people.
Hi.
So this is Luke, and this is his castle. Yes. One of them. So yeah, I was just saying that today we're going to go out and we're going to do a little drive in some of these.
A nice, varied lineup. We've got old, and sort of old.
Oh, okay.
All 606s, all similar power, all have their own little story. But yeah. This is kind of like your probably iconic 606 Super Turbo.
Yeah. This is kind of what got me into them, honestly. Like Black Smoke Racing, the wagon that they had that they used to drift. Yeah. I mean, they still drift the wagon, but the old one.
They made it. There was one of their videos that I used to watch like years and years ago, and there's like a photo. It's like a really long sweeping corner. I can't remember what track it was or whatever. And literally, like, the amount of tyre smoke coming off that thing, like, it looked like it were doing 100 mile an hour.
Is that the one where it was lifting a front wheel as well?
Yeah, and it's just, wow, it's like 6,000 revs going round, and I saw that, and I thought, you know, I need to build one of these cars. So that guy, he really did inspire a lot of people, there's no doubt about it.
That was definitely my inspiration. I actually met them at BDC in Pembury, like, years and years ago. And have you seen the coach that they built?
Yeah, I've seen like a tour bus that they've,
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, they basically took like a regular coach, they cut the back off it, hinged it, and then they drive it up on these like sketchy wooden ramps.
That sounds like, they're just like ruthless, but everything's just so fun and nothing's very serious.
Right.
It's just, that's what
I think their strapline's premium garbage, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Amazing.
So legitimately, it was this car that got me into turbo diesel. I just love how unassuming they are. I love that it's an estate. And you know, this thing makes 400 horsepower and it's on off-road tires as well. So I asked Luke, why is it on off-road tires? And he said, why not? So basically sums up the way that things are done around here.
Why would you put off-road tires on your, I mean, it's kind of an overland estate car. There is actually a genuine reason why it has off-road tyres. When you replace springs on a 124, it is like a lottery. And there are part numbers and specific things and all that kind of thing, and then there's different isolator pads that go on top of the spring, and it makes like a combination that lifts or lowers the front. But 90% of the time, if you speak to a factors or even a dealer, they give you the wrong thing, and the car either ends up way too high or way too low. So we had a conversation in the workshop, and we said, if the car ends up too high, we're going to go off-road tyres. If the car ends up too low, then we're going to do something else. Yeah, that is genuinely right. So we put it down off the ramp, and it was sky high, and I was like, oh, amazing, we're going off-road tyres, right? So got the off-road tyres, all that kind of thing, got it all ready, and then the first time we took it off the ramp, you know when the tyres sort of like turn a bit and it settles itself down, it like went down about 12 inches, and I was like, amazing, we've got like a car that looks lowered with off-road tyres.
Alright, I dig it though, I like it. Oh, I like your tartan seats.
Oh, they're amazing, they're original.
Are they?
Yeah, I had them repaired, like re-trimmed sympathetically. I had all headlining redone.
It's tiny.
You know Mark 4 Golf anniversary?
Yeah.
It's that material.
Oh, okay.
Ex-VW person, nice. So I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Max, this window works. There you go. This window works, that one.
Do I have to suck on the pipe to turn it off?
No, I've sorted that, that's like good. Sunroof works.
Yeah.
but that window has a bit of wood holding it up.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He was expecting sophistication today. He was sorely disappointed.
I can tell that by his loafers he's wearing.
Yeah, Max is just like the laid back from Norfolk and just anything goes.
Perfect.
Doing 187 mile an hour in his 124 just because he can.
So that was a conversation we had off camera. Max has got this W124. It looks basically stock other than the exhaust. Interior is gorgeous, like really tidy car. And he just went and did a standing mile event and actually beat an R35 GTR. Did 180.
187. Oh yeah, 184, 187.
Like anything above 100 in one of those is scary.
Yeah.
And especially on the tyres that he's got on it as well. So yeah, we'll have a look around that when we get back. But so now we're going to just go out for a drive out to the coast. You said.
Yeah.
We'll go check that out.
We'll get
on
some fuel and stuff in there.
All right. Yeah, good idea. And then yeah, we'll get out on some of the nice roads. We'll shoot some nice pictures. You hear what this thing sounds. I mean, I can already hear. It sounds pretty nice.
It does sound good with it.
So yeah, so we'll do some flybys and stuff. And I basically just want to show you guys why I get so excited about Mercedes turbo diesels, because they're so underrated in certain parts of the world, America being one of them. And I know that a lot of you guys are from the US, so I kind of want to show you that big power turbo diesels don't always have to be in trucks. They can be in immaculately headlined G-Wagons as well.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe how loud it is on this side. I'm going to say I need one of those. I've got one of those.
Right.
I need to drive that car more.
So how many cars have you got?
Oh God, a lot.
Alright, so quick fuel stop because we're all thirsty, and then I think we're going to Whitby, which apparently is where Count Dracula lived, or what? I don't know, Luke just told me. But yeah, so we're going to head out there. It's pretty picturesque, and then we can open up the cars a little bit because we've had this traffic, because it's a Friday afternoon, all the way from the shop. So hopefully we'll get some open roads soon.
This is hardly going to be like a supercar fuel stop. Between the three of us, we're going to get, what, 15 quid in?
Oh, it smells interesting in here, doesn't it?
Like an old dog, doesn't it?
It smells like
It's been in here and done something.
inside of an old dog. Yeah, the back's a little bit fruity. Is that the tire?
So it turns out, strange enough, that off-road tyres on a standard car don't fit.
Some clearance issues.
Some clearance issues. I suspect they get really hot really quickly.
Tyre smoke from the front.
Standard brakes come in.
Mate, this thing is hilarious. So the story behind this car, basically up until not long ago, this was used to transport shitty parts from one of Luke's units to his new one. it wasn't really even a runner, was it? It was just kind of like a rolling shell. He winched it on, filled it full of parts, winched it onto a trailer, took it to the new shop, and then decided to put a 400 horsepower engine in it and turn it into a running car again. So that's why all the interior has been somewhat tried to be cleaned.
It's got a grand's worth of diff in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Quaif ATB, so it's an automatic torque biasing diff.
Nice.
And they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got one for my car, I've yet to fit it. But yeah, and it goes really well in this, and it really helps with the power, put the power down, because I bet you if this was open diff with those tyres, it would be doing one wheel wonders everywhere.
Right. My car used to do pretty good one tyre fires.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would spin up the rear right. That was its party wheel.
That's it. Yeah.
So this is what an off-road tyre looks like when you do burnouts in it. It's like marshmallows.
They are.
I mean, look how soft they are. How is there any of this left? Well, given that we've pulled over here, I figure we may as well take a moment to appreciate the stunning view. Look at this. You got these guys paragliding? Yeah, paragliding, that's what that's called. Over here. But check that out for a bit of English countryside. Now don't get me wrong, I love living in Southern California, but there is something absolutely stunning about the English countryside when the sun is shining. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's just epic. This is a good day. This is a good day. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, because I am having a blast.
I know, we were just saying.
Alright, so let me know in the comments, which one would you go for? The G-Wagon, the 124, or the 211? Right now I'm thinking I would take the 124 with a few choice suspension modifications, but the 211 does look pretty sick. And I'm not gonna lie, the G-Wagon, it is changing my mind about G-Wagons, probably because it's not like any other G-Wagon. This is kind of exactly how I think they should be. They're utilitarian vehicles. I mean, maybe not on the 22s, maybe I would have gone for a smaller rim and a chunkier tire, but this configuration set up to be a little bit more off-road. I mean, that's what they're made for. They're not made for cruising around Beverly Hills. They're made for going off-road and going in the mud and all that kind of stuff. Definitely, I'm warming to the G-Wagon, this one in particular.
You need that, but look at the front. The front's going the opposite way. It's like
Every
a
inch
lever.
is an equal amount.
It's all calculated.
Precision engineering.
Yeah, the Germans will be proud.
Jesus. It sounds like a machine gun. Like, it sounds like a machine gun.
That does sound fantastic. It's an experimental manifold. It's a slightly different firing order. Yes, so normally you'd have on a split manifold. Obviously, the first three cylinders would do the front scroll, and a second, but one of them, a pair of them are swapped round.
Right, got it.
So one of the front three feeds the back part of the twin scroll, and as a result, the screamer pipe sounds quite different.
Yeah.
So I think it's two pulses almost at the same time.
That's right, yeah.
Hence the machine gun business.
Alright, so we found our flyby location. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Well, not this. Don't look at this. Look at this view. Like, that is quintessential British countryside right there.
This is like a really nice car.
It is, isn't it?
I like that.
See, people in Beverly Hills pay to have this.
I think I just rubbed my hand in a lot of horse shit.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I hope you guys saw that! He came over the hill, it was like, whoop, and he got all kinds of sideways.
He was sideways twice. around that corner.
I didn't even seem
Did you get that?
I
Did you get
hope
that?
so. I hope so.
I hope so. What a
Oh
fucking
my
hero.
god, that was hilarious. Like, it was at the top of its suspension travel.
But do you know what's even more hilarious? He looks like an actual gentleman. He's driving a car like a gentleman.
All right, I want to get this from closer because this looks so funny. I can see him from here. All right, see him coming over this crest. Oh, yes! Yes! He lifted a wheel! That is amazing. Oh, yes! Yes! Look at him, like butter wouldn't melt. Mate, you lifted a wheel.
I tell you what, there's a lot of interesting smells in here. It just gets really out of shape, and your foot just goes, I've got to come away, and you go, no, stay planted. But your foot lifts off, and you go, come on.
All right, Luke's up next in the G-Wagon. Let's see what he's got. I'm gonna come right down to the crest because I want to see him whoop, come over the top. Look at these sheep. That, my friends, is a diesel old G-Wagon, and it sounds the shit. Oh man, I can't wait to get mine built now. Right, so we've had a little bit of fun out here in the hills. Was that what you call them? Moors?
Yorkshire Hills.
Yorkshire Dales.
I didn't even know if they were in the Dales.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not from up north. Anyway, we've had some fun up here, and now I get to drive the 124 back, because apparently this is going to be sort of similar to the setup that we're going to do for the E-Class. I'm hoping for a little bit more power, just a little bit more power. But this is kind of very much like it. So Luke said to drive this because this will give me an idea of what it should be like. So let's hop in, and Max is going to be my cameraman, and we'll see how she goes. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. those wheels and tyres are hilarious. Oh, seriously, I don't know how to feel about this, because on one hand it's like quick, and on the other hand it's terrifying. But not because it's quick, because it handles like shit. Ready? Yeah. Power! Lag, 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 and power! Mate, the front end. Alright, so I just want to try and show you how the front end lifts when you get on it. So if you point the camera that way, let's see if we can see the horizon. Especially into a corner. But yeah, the handling, it's interesting.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Wearing something, right?
Seriously. Alright, so onto the motorway, let's see what we got. Nothing apparently. See, I wish we weren't at the back there. this little Vauxhall like sat on my ass all the way around that roundabout, and he's like hassling me. That's hilarious. There he comes. There he comes. That's why I love cars like this. Alright. What?
That was lovely.
What? What could you possibly want? What could you possibly want? Hey? What could you possibly want? My microphone, that's what you could possibly want, huh? Yeah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy.
You took off?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I launched a car. Yeah, well, I was driving like a sensible older person.
Obviously, yes.
So I'm 46 and I managed to get airborne.
Seriously? Did you get it on camera?
Yeah.
I think it's on video. Yeah.
Yes!
Alright, so we're back at the shop now, and we're gonna go out in Max's car, which is this beautiful... Which one's this?
W124.
Oh, it is. So this is the same as the one we were just in, but this is the saloon.
The saloon version, and it's dry
and
it smell of shit.
Immaculate inside.
Yeah.
So Max's car has got one of the bigger turbos on, so this one actually makes more power than the estate that we were just in. And it pretty much looks stock, other than the big exhaust. It's actually very clean and very original looking. There's another little telltale here. The drilled holes for the intercooler under there. But other than that, it's quite the sleeper. So yeah, this is definitely a much more refined experience than the wagon.
Yeah, well,
mostly in that your
this has
carpet's
got
on solid.
Yeah, so my wife's got to be able to be in here.
Right. Wow, yeah. Oh my god! Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Wow, that comes on hard.
And it stays on.
Yeah! Oh my god! Alright, that's the type of power I need.
That's what you're after.
That's the type of power I need for sure. Wow. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't expect a car that looks like that to go how it does. That's for sure. What, have you done anything to the suspension?
It's got the original sport line, but it's original old Mercedes stuff.
Right.
It's got better brakes on. It's got SL500 brakes on.
Okay. You don't fancy doing like a suspension, you know, make it handle a little bit?
I got some other things I want to do to it first.
Like?
But I know I would like to be able to. Well, the stereo is crap.
The what?
The stereo is crap.
Right, okay. So 500 horsepower is
like
fine,
that.
but I want the stereo.
Oh yeah, well again, because I use it as a family car, so they've got to
Right.
be entertained.
It's so funny. It just seems to be the way with these turbo diesels, is people just rock massive power and then go, we'll do the suspension.
Well, it has got
brakes later."
Bilstein shocks on it. It has got Bilstein B6s on.
All right.
But nothing more than that.
Yeah, yeah. So what is he, Luke?
Newfoundland.
Right.
Newfoundland.
Is he a big one though?
He is like a properly sized Newfoundland.
Right.
Yes, you get mongrels that are have short legs and stuff that don't look right.
No.
But no, he's a properly sized one, yeah. You do get bigger ones.
Really?
And if you look at a Saint Bernard,
Yeah.
they can be even bigger.
Big horse, aren't you? Hey? Yeah. All right, mate. Let's talk turbo kits.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, we need to come up with a plan for exactly what to run on the E-Class.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm after? I'm after something that's going to give the supercars that I roll around with a run for. I'm not trying to make them beat it. Obviously, we're never going to build something that's going to beat an 800 horsepower supercharged R8.
Yeah.
Mike Tornabetti, I'm looking at you. But I definitely want something that's going to hang with it and make them think, Jesus Christ, how is that old rattly Mercedes diesel doing that?
And doing 40 miles per gallon.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, do you think this setup,
Yeah.
which is what I was just driving, is the one?
Yes. There's so many options that you can go for, and a turbo, it shouldn't have been called a turbo, it should have been called a compromise. You know, we can go small, really fast spooling, really snappy, that off the line will give you that proper modern supercar feel.
Right.
But then you'll lose that top end.
Right.
So we can then go right to the other end of the spectrum. We can give you 600 plus wheel horsepower, something that, you know, with a drag gearbox or something that will allow the boost and the torque to be built up. You can harness that 600, but you're after something that's track drivable, manual, that kind of ticks all the boxes but still langs with the fast stuff. And that really does narrow down to our S200, which we call our quick spool race kit.
Right.
And basically the great thing about this is it's a fairly fast responding. So if you have just backed off for a second and someone's coming past and you're wanting to gun it, you're not then waiting, even though you're up at the good revs, you're not then waiting for something to happen.
Right, yeah,
you know, the response, you know, they do, they're great.
Yeah.
But the one of the really good things, they're not a particularly massive turbo, but the ability for them to flow a lot of exhaust through the turbine housing is one of its kind of party pieces.
Right.
It's got a very loose sort of weave on its turbine, which allows you to be able to pass loads of gas, and you don't end up with really irregular exhaust versus boost pressure.
Right.
You know, and it's quite a happy engine. You know,
Yeah.
one of these at 2 bar, you can thrash it and thrash it and thrash it and thrash it, and it's just a really happy sort of setup. And that's another thing I like about it, because with that comes efficiency.
Right.
If you're pushing, you know, the turbo really hard, getting loads of exhaust pressure, you're using up useful, valuable engine energy to physically push that bad gas out. It's a chain reaction, so we're just trying to get that compromise. And the thing is, if you go bigger turbo, that gets even better.
Right, exactly.
So this is kind of like a medium in between the big and the small. This is like bang in the middle, but with a good bit of technology behind it to actually make the power that we need it to. It's actually similar in size to like the older HX35 that's in that car, but it's got a lot more technology. Like I say, it allows it to pass more gas. So that is the setup I'll go for. 6-branch manifold. Yeah. If you're in hot climates, hot environments.
Which I am.
Yeah. Ceramic coat the manifold as that is. Yeah. Ceramic coat the turbo housing. Put the turbo blanket on as well. Keep it all ceramic coated. All the manifold and housing and everything's all steel because they really deal with the heat. You know, the transfer of heat really well. You don't end up with cracks and things that you do with the stainless manifolds. We found on these, steel is the future. Okay. We went through stainless, and stainless manifolds look awesome, but we're kind of more about the functionality
and also, as we've kind of spoken about, I need something that looks pretty subtle. I presume you can do this in black?
Normally they're underneath.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, okay. This was built as supposed to be a budget car that I was keeping to a budget, and that was kind of like a massive middle finger to say, yeah, no, I'm definitely keeping to the budget in a sarcastic way.
The 600, what? Yeah. How much is that worth? About 600 quid?
That's a 40, not a 40. So that'll probably be, they're like 300 or 350 pound retail. Okay. Yeah, they're a lot of money.
So a third of your budget on your budget car went on your wastegate?
No, because we found it.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course. Same with the diff, right?
Yeah, the diff and the other stuff.
You found all those too. Yeah, got it.
He's so full of shit.
So speaking of diffs,
I
feel like a lovely way to end this episode would be for you maybe to do a couple of little
burnouts,
donuts,
drift, donut. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what this was built for.
Can you oblige?
Yes.
All right.
I can't. I'm that guy.
All right. Let's do it. All right. So I guess this is a nice way to finish the episode. Luke out here absolutely peppering us with stuff. Yeah, but you are peppering us with stones. I'm like trying to figure out where to stand.
It's because it's so sticky, isn't it? You could almost do with like being on the top of something, like on the top of that. I stood on the roof of that the other day and you get quite a good view.
What,
that one or that one?
Either one?
Yeah, stand on it.
All right, we can stand on the cars apparently. Do you mind holding this while I jump up on here?
That's a nice setup. Oh, it's an A7.
Thank you, sir. Oh. Alright, oh, there goes the roof. The roof, it's fine. The roof's good. Right. You don't mind if I dent the roof?
No.
Alright, here we go. Donut time. Oh. What was that? Something came out. Uh-oh. Drive shaft?
Yeah. It's the 124 for you. Do you want me to get this one out?
I feel bad now.
Oh no, it's I've got hundreds of them.
Yeah.
It's like a consumable thing. We did one the other day on that other video, and it was a similar thing actually. I was doing a similar speed.
Let's see, what do we got? Oh yeah.
Oh, you found the bit?
Yeah.
Oh, it blew the cap off the wheel.
Yeah, it went out.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
So that's good.
I will- I
Saved
did
your
need
job.
that. Right, try this one.
I feel bad. I wanted him to just do some... I wanted him to do some donuts for the video and made him break it. That one better?
Yeah, way better.
Nicely done, sir.
Amazing.
Alright guys, well, I guess that's it for this episode. Normally I end the episodes by saying, don't do anything I wouldn't do, but I feel like it's only fair this time to say, don't do anything Luke wouldn't do. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, that helps out a lot. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, I would love to see you guys again. And until next time, don't do anything we wouldn't do. See ya! Alright, so I was supposed to be going home because I got a 2.5 hour drive, but Max is about to put his car on the dyno, so I'm gonna stay and watch it, see what power it makes. Remind me of that number again.
480.
480.
I reckon it's 480.
I'm saying 469. Whoever loses has to give the other one a pound coin.
Yeah, all right.
That's mega.
That's a couple.
That's a couple. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it does feel quite fast.
Yeah. So what is it?
Engine 541.
541 at the engine.
480.
You do 200 horsepower.
480.
That's right.
Miles an hour.
Well, nearly, look. 489 wheel. That's the first run. I didn't keep it right to the end. Are we still making power when I let off?
I think it started to drop.
What did you say?
480.
Did you?
Yeah, so it's 490, but at the wheels.
Good call. These turbo sets, these turbo kits, I sell them as 475 wheel.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
As like the most it'll make.
Wow.
And this is just beaten kind of like the normal claim.
2.4 bar.
2.5. It's only making 2.5 bar on that run.
Huh?
It only made 2.5 bar on that run.
Did it?
Yeah. That might be just because it's not loaded up.
Yeah, maybe.
It could make more power then, potentially, if we had some load onto that. Could make more.
I got police.
That's a happy
That's
man.
a good day.
I see that.
That's the
time.
kind of good news.
To put this in perspective, right, this dyno is harsh, like really harsh. It always disappoints. And to see that is really impressive.
Alright, well, I said I was going the first time, now I'm really going, so from everybody here, see ya.
Hi.